Umewahi fungua simu yako, alafu ukiangalia your M-Pesa balance, you feel some tiny sharp squeeze in your chest. Na unajiuliza like, sasa hii pesa iko wapi? Or tuseme maybe you've gotten a notification that perhaps your rent is due. And all of a sudden, your stomach starts to drop. Yeah? I mean, that ka moment, that ka small panic, that ka feeling, hiyo ndio ile kitu inaitwa money stress. I mean, it's not just you. Sisi sote tunaona mnato hii Kenya siku hizi. But why is it getting worse and worse every day? I mean, why does financial stability feels like chasing a mirage in Kenya today? Let's have a talk. Otherwise, you people, welcome back once again to A Talk with Brian. Okay, sasa imagine hii scenario. Uko kwenye jikoni in your mind. Unapika nyama choma kwa akili. Ama tuseme for example nyama boil in your mind. But cash iko kwa muda ya kufunga shop. Cash inakimbia, iko na haraka, I want to go home. I mean, siku hizi pesa iko na speed. Inakimbia kuliko even Safaricom bundles after midnight. I mean, things that used to be like, tuseme for example 100 bob, 200 bob. Siku hizi unasikia tu ziko 500, 600 or even 1000. Petroli, groceries, rent. I mean, kila kitu bei imepanda. Ni kama unapiga one step forward and 4 steps backward. Hata kama you want to save, you just keep on postponing every day. There is no saving you are doing at all. I mean, tunasema hustle, na kuwa na side hustles. Like, it's the only gospel we preach. And okay, that's true. Job stable siku hizi ziko very rare sana. Siku hizi tu ni ma-contracts tu, ma-gigs. I mean, there is zero job security in Kenya nowadays. Na tuseme for example, ubahatika kupata job. Salary inakuwa kwa sherehe ya, we'll review in maybe 6 months. Yani, hakuna assurance at all. M-Shwari, Fuliza, Up loans. I mean, hizi zimetokea mingi sana. Siku hizi zinakuwa offered ni kama they are the only life saver in Kenya. Na later, zinageuka kuwa burden to many of us. Interest rates, penalties, career stress. You borrow to pay another loan. The vicious cycle. I know, I hope you understand. Kuingia borrowing spiral ni so easy. Lakini, exiting inakuwa complications at all. I mean, Nairobi rent iko juu sana. What I even mention estates kama Ruiru versus Kilimani, the price differences. I mean, young people wanapambana kila siku. Majority of youth just stay at home, staying independent, just paying rent. Yani, rent inakuja na ina consume almost 80% ya the income and it's leaving almost 0% for billing stability. That's Kenya for you. Everyone in Kenya siku hizi kwa social media posting travels, kanisani, every Saturday, every Sunday, fresh drips. I mean, social media inachochea comparisons all the time. Una feel like you must live that lifestyle. That is psychological pressure. And it's increasing every time, every day. Corruption, slow upward mobility, and policies that sometimes don't even protect the low income earners. Hizi ndio zile structural factors ambazo zina make the climb steeper for almost many people in Kenya of late. I know sometimes mawazo za pesa hits our mental, physical, and even our social health. But I understand hizi vitu zinakuwa kawaida in every human life. I mean, it's a cycle that everyone must pass. So, usifeel so guilty. Ile time una feel you don't have enough money maybe for bills, for food, for that little flex, or even fear of losing your job. Just know that you are not alone in this. Tuko wengi Kenya. You console. And I know sometimes these things can always show up like sleepless nights, anxiety, constant checking of your balances every time. All the time kuna simu tu, you just want to check your balance. Arguments with your partners, arguments with your friends, arguments with relatives. Even pretending that everything is okay, yet everything is not okay. You know, that's Kenya for you. But why does stability feel harder than ever in Kenya? Because it's not just one problem. It's many small leakages in your bucket. Low pay, easy credits, unstable work, social pressure, and systems that don't always have our backs at all. I mean, cost of living is rising every day. Siku hizi inflation ain't just a word. Kila kitu inapanda every day, every time, every hour. Groceries, chapati pale kwa barabara, sukuma wiki, mafuta. I mean, prices zinapanda kila siku. Yani salary yako inafanya stretch kama elastic imekuwa overused. Prices for food, rent, electricity, fuel. I mean, everything. Bodaboda fares go up. Delivery charges ziko juu. Prices za nyama choma ziko juu. You can't even celebrate and have sherehe in peace. Life is getting so expensive. Life is getting so expensive in Kenya nowadays. The salaries many times don't even follow that gap. And this one creates a lot of pressure to many young generations in Kenya. I mean, jobs are less steady. You know, the hustle life. You understand the hustle life? Ati unafanya like 5 hustles. Uko hapa na content creation. Uko na freelancing, for example. Uko na side selling. But what about the income? Income is inconsistent. Monday, ni boom. Ikifika Thursday, huduma ya M-Pesa iko chini. It is so unstable. I mean, gone are the days when one job was equal to like a lifetime stability. Now, it's contract works, gig economy, side hustle culture. It sounds sexy. Okay, being your own boss sounds sexy, but it also means unstable income. Some weeks you shine so bright. Some weeks the M-Pesa is so quiet. You can't even hear a ting-ting sound. We have the quick loan. Those quick loan ads, they are almost everywhere. Loan within 5 minutes. I mean, the instant cash that you have all the time. The mobile credits. You get like, buy now, pay later. When you are in a tight spot, a quick loan looks like it looks like a hero. But what about interests and the fees that piles up later? You cannot understand. We have the social pressures. You know that is Instagram life, the Facebook life, TikTok life, unachievable standards. I mean, fancy breakfast, travels, the TikTok flexes. I mean, ukiangalia kila kitu online, unaona like watu wanaondokana na maisha ingine halisi. I mean, that causes comparison and stress. Na pia, hustle nation, culture says that work hard, flex harder. But that flex can be deeper than even your salary. We have lack of financial education. I mean, schools didn't teach us budgeting. Schools didn't teach us taxes. Schools didn't teach us loans, investing. So many of us learn later through costly mistakes. I mean, without basic knowledge, things that should be simple become so scary. I mean, school taught us chemistry, history, mathematics. Lakini hakuna class ya how to manage just 10,000 Kenyan shillings. Kama nyinyi mlikuwa nalo. So we learn these mistakes costly. Just picture this. Imagine maybe it's for example, some young lady, maybe a 25-year-old living in Nairobi. Perhaps she has a job that maybe pays well. For example. And I know well here is also relative, but I just want you to picture a common mwananchi with a common salary. Sasa hapa ndio balaa inaanza kuingia. Rent inaanza kuincrease. Electricity bills hapa na pale. I mean, families calling for support at home. And the pressure, social media. And fear, she remembers her friends telling her about maybe a loan that was quick, And now, half of her salary goes to the loan. She can't save. I mean, she just feels stuck. I know that sounds familiar to many of us in Kenya right now. And that's the life that almost 90% of youths are living in Kenya. I mean, that's the loop many of us are in right now in this country. How do we stop the panic? Okay, how do we stop the panic now that we've gotten ourselves into these traps? I mean, just don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself. If the economy is stressed, it's not just you, my friend. It's not your fault. It's not your parents' fault. It's not your friend's fault. Just focus on what you can control. I mean, the tiny wins matters a lot. Just practice progress over perfections. Hata Hata kama una save just to say, for example, maybe just a 200 bob today, that's a progress. If you just even aim at saving maybe just 100 per day, that's progress. Just budget like someone who actually loves themselves. Simple rule. Very simple. Pay yourself first. Hata kama ni 5% ya income, hii inaingia kwa saving box. Just upskill and network. Hii ni Kenya bana. Hii ni Kenya. Just hustle smart. Learn marketable skills. You can do it even via online platforms. You can also use LinkedIn, Twitter, WhatsApp groups to find gigs, a side hustle. Just start small, but be consistent. I mean, there are so many things. Delivery, content creation, tutorials, designs, boda. I know people, kuna wengine wanaogopa sana sijui nitaonekana aje. Just start small. Just reframe success. Kujitegemea doesn't mean that you are copying someone else. Just focus on milestones, Rent paid, one food secure, emergency funds ziko hapo. Remember that many people are in the same boat. You are not weak for struggling. The system is tough. But small, consistent steps, community, and smart decisions can give you more control than that demon called what if? What if? Isn't nini? I mean, hii life ni kama boda bana. Sometimes you cruise. What about sometimes? Sometimes you crash. That is life. Otherwise, you people, thanks so much for tuning in. And until next time, just keep hustling. Do it smart, not hard. Otherwise, bye.